Hello guys, welcome you all to Siddharth Learning School. In today's session, I will going to discuss about various types of infrastructure, various types of service, various type of platform that is available in cloud. Basically, cloud is distributed humongously among various types of services like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, uh, function as a service, and last but not least, software as a service. What are the difference? Basically, all these service, as I already told you, cloud is a modern data center format. Cloud is a modern data center format that is accessed via internet. That is on demand, high available, scalable, and flexible in terms of their use. So whenever we are talking about traditional data center means it is not facilitating, it is not providing all the functional aspect like infrastructure or reducing the capital cost, capital expenditure or operational expenditure means you have to purchase all the machinery, you have to give some money or rent or something like that to the labor, house rent, some extra costs are there. So in such scenarios, we are implementing these four cases. These four cases are nothing but a cloud service cases. Cloud service cases. Because cloud is a service and set of all the service. So all the set of the service are called as solution provider or the solution suite. So how the solution should reacting in terms of any development or any networking or any web designing kind of stuff or data science kind of stuff. Initially, the data goes to the solution provider. The data will be stored or data goes here as a input goes to the solution provider where list of the services are enrolled to performed means there are 10 students in class, then 10 student can perform in 10 different manner, not in the same manner. In same way, it is a basket where all the services are placed and data are processed in different the same data is performed in different manner. So here the output is not the information like computing case. Here in cloud computing case, the output is the replication of the data, and the replication means the output of the same data are humongously in multi format it is treated. Suppose I am giving authority, I am giving policy, I am providing security on the same data, then data will react differently. Suppose I am providing the public access to the data, data is open to all. Suppose I am providing private access to data, so few members or the organization only can access the data. If I am providing the multi-cloud environment, if I am providing hybrid access, then the both access somehow it is private also, somehow it is public also. That depend upon the set of services. Initially we have lots of challenges like capital expenditure and operational expenditure in order to set up the data center, so in order to remove all the disadvantage or the cons of this traditional data center, we used to move on these many stuff. So how these many stuffs are created, as you know, many people who have worked on situations like virtualization. So in virtualization, what happen? You can means enroll one another operating system or guest operating system on the same residing operating system. If you are using Windows operating system with the help of the virtualization, you can read one another application here. So it is an extension of the or the refinement of the virtualization concept. At a virtualization level, we are just treating it as the data center or something traditional approach only. After this layer where guest operating system come into the play, we are thinking for some situation like cloud. Means data on air not, but the environment is on air. The processing environment is on air. Means this is your guest operating. This is not the local operating system. This is a guest operating system, and sometime it is also called as AMI in case of your cloud setup. AMI. These are the virtualization stuff you can use by using GUI also and by using CLI also, command line interface, command line interpretation. So guest operating system. are accessed rather than the main operating system going to access. So till here, if we are choosing or opting the cloud service provider, till after virtualization, we are opting the cloud service like operating system, runtime, application function, or the facility. Then it is called infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service, where EC2, your Elastic Compute Cloud would be made first. Means EC2 is going to configure first. You are configuring your EC2 instance first, means Elastic Compute Cloud. What does Elastic Compute Cloud mean here? Elastic Compute Cloud means you have 5 GB of suppose that RAM in your system or something. You can scale it. Elastic means you can auto scale the computation power. Computation power is in your hand rather than on some physical level. Here on infrastructure on air means, or the infrastructure as a service means, you have the capability to compute, store, provision the various IOPS instruction operation per second. You can easily perform. If higher the IOPS factor, definitely the performance will be good enough. And for the gaming kind of stuff where there is a requirement of HPC, high performance computing, you can directly configure those runtime also very easily. And if the runtime is configured very easily, then you can run those application, gaming application and forecasting application very well. So infrastructure service, we are providing these many resources to the user or the client to access the cloud scenario or cloud solution, in order to access all those cloud solutions. Generally, these infrastructure as a service, as the name clear, are optimized about used by the organizations or the firm, that is basically MSME, or small scale micro enterprises. Means these many organizations have low capital expenditure. They cannot purchase the all the stuff, or they cannot engage that much operational expenditure, so they can go for infrastructure as a service. If you in a real time scenario want example for my side, you can see Swiggy nowadays. What Swiggy is doing, Swiggy have no such Swiggy is not preparing food. Swiggy is just providing services by taking the food from some hotels, and list of hotels are provisioned in the database of Swiggy. In same manner here, till virtualization, no matter which hotel is there, but after the choice of this Swiggy, they are performing their service. So this is infrastructure is like of virtualized manner or some elastic compute cloud. Suppose that if a client want two chapati or three chapati, they can order accordingly. Or in between also, at this level, at the runtime, if the driver or the service provider is not there, then he could add some more chapati there. So this is the facility. Till the runtime level, you can do this happening, but at application level, you cannot have that much provision to configure again, or to troubleshoot the infrastructure. I think infrastructure is clear now. Now I am moving to platform as a service. So platform as a service, platform where the orientation is little bit hidden or something like that. Hidden not, it is in some packaged format or container format. Suppose that you are at platform number 1 or platform number 2 of your railway station, and this is the track that is moving. You cannot jump to the platform number 1 to platform number 2 without means using some ladder or something. What ladder is that? Ladder is the container, means ladder is the binding factor between two. In same manner, till runtime nothing, what is the your location, or what is your fundament is there, it is no matter, but application matters very much. Suppose you are moving with Rajdhani Express, then you can means travel at the speed of 150 kilometer or kilometer per hour, or something like that. And if you are going with some Sarju Yamuna kind of express, then it is means traveling with 90 kilometer per hour, something like that. Then in both scenario, what happened, the Sarju Yamuna reach after 24 hour, and Rajdhani will reach after 12 hours, depending upon the application, which application you are using, which application providence is given to you. And functions also means what are the important functions that are deploying on those applications. means here we are depending upon these two factors. So it is acting as a platform, not as a function or as such. One is very modern. This is the containerized service, or you can say elastic Kubernetes service, Kubernetes, Docker, Jenkins. This kind of stuff is very much famous in nowadays, from data warehouse kind of stuffs, and OLAP transaction, online analytical transaction, where daily transaction is not in the picture or in the play. And OLAP transaction are basically very much important in the organization, where extract transform load kind of scenario is there. Extract transform load kind of scenario is there. So in order to do that, we can move to the containerized service. Means we are depending upon only two services. We are only depending upon the function. We have to execute the function and the knowledge of application layer. That's it. And here the developers are basically performing these services, not the firm, not the organization. Here maybe the private scenario also be there, private cloud scenario, but here the scenario is there where developer are performing just to build up their application and deploy the application for the purpose of user. For an example, there we have taken the example of Swiggy. Here you can take the example of Ohio Room. Ohio hotels or Ohio Room, what they are performing, they are also doing the same thing, but they are at the service level or at the containerized level. Means they are not facilitating the runtime factor. Runtime is you only. You are going to the hotel, booking your cab, and then you are just paying the money at some reception level. Some management guy is there, and who is responding to you and doing the functions that go to this particular 113 roll number or some, and then the happenings are done. So this is also in business also, cloud is implementing not only the programming domain, but cloud is a new era of the industry 4.0, where one can achieve many services, whether it is in tech domain or whether it is in business domain. So I think it is bright to you and clear to you. Now I am talking about the Lambda FOS, function oriented serving, that is serverless. Serverless means doesn't means that your server is not there, storage is not there environment wise, because these many environment are served by cloud. So environment wise, these many factors are not there, so it is called serverless. But the situation, if you are using function oriented as a service, means you are just running a Python code or some certain function, and that function is at the back end doing certain kind of work and giving some service to you directly by the help of function. You are writing one line and your all the work is done. So server is although required to compute, but you are feeling like there is no server. Means you are writing the line, you are putting in the message hello, and after putting the message hello, all the stuffs regarding hello or something like that. Just like for an example, you are using Google Assistant. Google Assistant, if you are writing hello Alexa or hello Google, give me the list of all the nearby hotel or something like that, all the hotels okay are coming nearby to you. So this is the happening because of the function orientation. Function is your voice there, for an example. In same manner, for an organization, if you are writing a function, then although it is using server via some internet kind of stuff, some data center by the help of internet kind of stuff, but it feels like, and environment feels like that it is serverless. Although computation, storage, and all the reducibility kind of stuff is going to be performed by using the server only, but the function aspect, if you are doing something in that manner, means where you are doing all the things, all the stuff in one line, then it is serverless. And in software as a service, only software given to you, means like AWS or something like any software, suppose that Google Meet or something like that, any software is that is fully managed. Google Meet is fully managed by Google. They are giving you a link and all the student registering on the particular link, and then after particular join message or something, they are joining the same group. But they're from the functional point of view, there is no extra services given to you. Means who are the student from roll number 1 to roll number 20 are categorized or something like that. That is not given. But in Cisco Webex or in go to meeting, because they are a cloud oriented, means multi cloud platform they are working on, so they are giving those services, so that are maybe comes under Lambda or maybe comes under containerized. But Google Meet, if we talk about, where the fully managed resource, means all the levels, functions, applications, runtime, operating system, all the stuffs are managed by the service provider only, that is a solution provider, then that is called fully managed service. So there is another name I have also written, like fully managed, containerized. So please look at to these terms, these are very important nowadays in cloud. So thank you everyone, please do subscribe my channel and hit the like button.